Hello everyone, welcome back to Hershelytics. So in today's video, we are going to understand how we can use descriptive statistics uh, in our Excel, which can be helpful to generate certain insights that will be helpful in our projects or maybe some assignments. So first of all, I would like to give you a brief of what type of data sets that we have in our in this Excel sheet. So this is the data set related to the monthly sales, the monthly sales in dollars for each employee ID. And we will be going to understand how to actually implement the descriptive statistics method by using data analysis Toolpak with this overall data set. So to just start with, let's just first describe what is descriptive statistics. The descriptive statistics, like it is used to summarize and describe the main features of your data set. So let's say instead of analyzing each and every metric, for example, you want to know what is the average monthly sales. So for that, you have to calculate the mean value. Let's say you want to calculate the mean value. So in that case, you will be going ahead and you will be, putting the average formula. And then on that basis, you will get an idea of like, okay, this is the monthly average sales, which is reflecting in my Excel sheet. Then if you want to know like what is the median the median, sorry for my spelling. So let's say if you want to know what is the median of monthly sales that has happened, so in that case you will be implementing the formula for the median. So instead of doing it for individual matrix, so what you will be doing here is you will apply a certain formula which will give you the overall summary of your data set. So that's why instead of analyzing all the data individually, descriptive statistics allow us to condense large amount of data into meaningful numbers or values that help us to understand the bigger picture. So that's why it is quite helpful. So let's just do this descriptive statistics application in our Excel. So it's very simple. So you just have to go to the data tab. Then in this you will find this data analysis toolpak. I have already described in my previous video how you can actually install this data analysis toolpak. If you haven't watched that video, so I'll just keep that video's link in my description, so you can go and check out that video, and it will be quite helpful to know like how you can install this data analysis toolpak. So for this descriptive statistics, you just have to press data analysis. Then in this data analysis, there are many types of analysis tools, from regression to some kind of ANOVA single factor test, correlation test. So we have to do a descriptive statistics in this for this data set. So we will press this descriptive statistics, then we will press OK. Then in this input range, what we will do is we will select our input range here. So in this case, we have the overall monthly sales figure. So I have selected it. So as I have actually included my headers, so the B1, the B1 cell contains the monthly sales header. So in that case, the labels in first row, I have to check this box. So as it is already checked, so I'll not be doing anything. But in your case, if it's not checked, so just see if you have included it. So just press this box for the labels in the first row. And then what we will do is we will select what type of analysis we are going to keep, what type of filters we are going to press. So in this case, I need the summary statistics. For the confidence level for mean is 95%, which is already set. I'll explain this confidence level, what it is and how we used to calculate it, what significance it has in our overall data set in some other video. But for this, just try to understand like the confidence level is something where we say we are this much % confident that this value is coming is coming accurately. So in this case, 95% is the confidence level. So we can say 95% we are confident that the value which we are calculating, so it is accurate. So now, as I have selected the summary statistics, we will select the output range. So in this overall sheet, I'll just keep my output range. So I'll just select this cell, which is D3, and then I'll press OK. And see, we have a value for all of these matrices. So one by one, we will understand like how these are quite helpful. So as you know, like the mean is the average for your data, and you can simply calculate it by doing the you can just select the average formula, and then you can just select the overall data, close the bracket, and see, you will get the same mean value as it is written here. So standard error, so if I just have to explain the standard error, so it tells you how accurate the mean is. So it actually shows you it actually shows the sample mean, which is the average, is likely to differ from the actual population mean. So if it is something which will tell you how accurate your overall average value is. So this is the standard error. This is the median. So the median is the middle value when all your data points are arranged in order from smallest to largest. So in this case, the median value is $3,450. And then we have the mode value as 3,500. So the mode is the value that appears most frequently in your data. So the mode is something which we can actually calculate by using formula as well. So yeah, we can do that also. Standard deviation is it will tell you how spread your data is. So if your standard deviation is low, if you have a low standard deviation, then in that case, data points are very close to mean. If your standard deviation is quite high, so in that case, we can say your standard deviation, the standard deviation value, they have a very wider range. So in that case, your data is quite spread. So in this case, as we see that the mean value is $3,505 and our standard deviation is $1,312. So it's quite far from the mean. So that's why in this case, our data set is quite it's in the wider range. So similarly, the sample variance will tell you like how much the data values vary or differ from the mean. So this is something which the sample variance will tell you. So next is the kurtosis. Kurtosis measures how peaked the data distribution is. If your kurtosis value means like if a high kurtosis mean more of the data is in the tails, the outlier, while a low kurtosis mean the data is are evenly distributed. I'll tell you like this by showing you a graphical representation in the same data set, but let's just understand one by one each of this matrix. Skewness is nothing but it's just the measures. It actually measures how symmetrical or loop-sided the data is. Let's say if you have a data and if it is uniform, so in that case, your skewness is something which is evenly distributed. But let's say if you have a data and then you have a very unequal representation, so it can be a positive skew, means more data is concentrated on the left side, or on the right high tail sides in case of negative skew. So that's why how skewness is defined, we can tell according to that. Range is quite simple. Range is something which is the difference between the highest and the lowest values. So in this case, you can take out the minimum value and the maximum value, and then the difference of that will give you a range. Minimum value and the maximum value is already there. So yes, you can see like how the overall minimum and the maximum value is here, and you can subtract it and you can get the data based on that. Sum is the overall sum of this data, and the count is the overall count of this data. So yeah, this is something which I wanted to explain, like how you can actually get a summary of your data, and by which it can be quite helpful to understand how your data set is. Is it giving you certain insights, or if it is something where you see a lack of some performance. Let's say if you have a mean value of some, like here it is $3,505, and let's say the standard deviation is something where you can see like it's 1,312. So in this case we have a large the difference in terms of standard deviation and the mean. So in this case, we can actually, by looking at it, we can strategize and see like how it can be, the sales figures and the overall implementation can be planned. So this is something which I wanted to explain. Now I'll just show you like if you want to see it in a graphical format, so how you can do it. You just have to press the overall data here, and then, or let's just do one thing. We will select the whole B column. Then we will go to the insert tab. Then we will go to the recommended charts. So we see like there are lots of charts in this, a line chart, and then this is a scattered chart. And then in this case, we have a overall monthly sales. This is a clustered column chart. This is a clustered bar chart. So in this case, a histogram chart will be quite beneficial for us. So I'll select this histogram. And see, in this data, you can see this is the representation of a histogram. So in histogram, it is saying like from $1,500 to $2,700, there are total 19 values, which lies between this range. Similarly, in this case, so that between $2,700 to $3,900, there are like overall 10 values which is in this range. So in this case, we have a different bins. We call it a bins, BIN, bins. So in this case, it's like a bucket. So in this bucket, we have total 19 counts. So in this range of bucket, we have total 10 counts, and in this range of bucket, we have overall 16 counts. We can also increase this buckets. You can increase this these bins. You just have to select this format axis tab and just select it, and you can see like there is number of bins which is represented here. I'll just select the 10 number of bins, and see we have total 10 bins now, and the range is it's divided in those 10 buckets. So now the $1,500 to $1,930, we have total 7 values which is in this bucket. Similarly for other the data that we are seeing in each of these buckets. So now, as I said earlier, in this case, when you can see like how the data is being distributed here, so the kurtosis is minus something like this. So in this case, as you can see, the data is not evenly distributed. It's a very irregular shape. If you will draw a graph, so it will look like this, something look like this, which is a very irregular shape. So in this case, we can say our skewness is quite high, and that's how we define like how our data set is behaving, and on that basis we can see if we can make some judgment out of it, if we can bring some insights out of it or not. So yeah, this is something which I wanted to represent. I'll talk more about the graphs and all in some other videos, because in this video I just wanted to demonstrate like how it is useful. Your overall descriptive statistics is useful for a particular data set, and what type of insights you can generate. So I hope you must have understood these concepts. So we will cover more topics in the analytics part, how we can do certain more types of statistical analysis in our Excel in some other videos. So for this, yeah, just this is the descriptive statistics, and I hope you must have liked this concept. So yeah, please like this video, subscribe to my channel, and wait for some more videos. I'll bring some more concepts, some more insights, and that will be quite helpful in your project or maybe your assignments that you're doing. So yeah, this is Harsh Prakash signing off. Thank you so much. Bye-bye.